Hi everyone, welcome to the PM YouTube channel. So, something a bit different from me today. I'm going to do a kit review. Something a little bit sort of left field, I suppose you want to say that. But I'm going to do a kit review on the Fonderie Miniatures Hampden. Now, any of you who know Phil and myself know there's a little bit of something going on where he has done the Halifax review. There will be a link in the description, as they say. So go off and have a look at that at your leisure. So obviously he's going to build the Halifax and I am going to tackle the Hampden. So yeah, God help us really. But there you go. It's one of them planes that I have a real soft spot for, actually, the Hampden. Built the little AZ Valum 72nd one. It's getting a bit of a short run kit, but okay. Went together okay. I can remember the old Airfix one back in the day as well. That was one I don't think I've ever owned or built, but I remember somebody who I know building it, and just, I don't know, there's something about the Hampden anyway that I like. So again, there's no other 48th scale one apart from a vac form from God knows when that I know of. So as an injection moulded one, I say that in loose terms, this is what you've got. So what we'll do is we'll have a look in the box, see what delights are in there, and yeah, we'll like I say, keep an open mind. So to begin with, box art itself is actually not too bad. Quite a nice box art for the day. For anybody who wants to know, it's kit number 6056. Not a lot around the sides or any of the, ends of the box. Alright, I'm not actually sure. I never looked up, to be honest, when this was first manufactured. So anybody who wants to just go and have a scoot on scale, mates, here's some of the other kits that Fonderie Miniatures did. One of them that which actually did catch my eye was the old Dornier 24. A very rare kit, because I've actually had a look for a few times for one of them, and I think if you can get it, it's probably going to be touching a good few £100 along with this Hampden, because I know when they do come up on eBay, they're not cheap. They are definitely not cheap. There's a bit of a Thunder Flash there, and the old Ensure 126, which now obviously been superseded by ICM's kit. So, again, 10 model as well, do one of them. But again, for a Dornier 24, I think at some point Special Hobby was going to do one. That's gone really quiet in 48, so I don't know if we'll ever see that or not, which is a shame, because I think it's quite a pretty flying boat. So anyway, let's have a look what we have in the box. So we'll chuck that down there. So we'll remove all the sprues or runners, whichever you are, wherever you are. Okay. Bag of bits. More bags of bits. So as you probably noticed, I have actually got some aftermarket for this, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. And a bit of tissue paper, which obviously you always need. A set of decals. So, is there anything left in there? Nope. Just bits of fluff. So start off with the instructions. Typical Fonderie Miniatures instructions are just printed out on a normal printer, but it has got a bit of writing there. So again, I think you have to work out. So obviously, like I say, similar to the review on the Halifax, you've got a bit of written text as well to go with your pictures, your diagrams. So obviously, starting off with the cockpit. Sidewalls and all the internals, and obviously fuselage halves together. It looks really simple with this, 10 minute job. So let's get it in the right order. So there's part 5. So you've got your clear parts going on, and your guns in, your rear tail wheel, all that to get the fuselage bits done. There's your wheel wells and undercarriage legs, so that's that part, and you do get some pretty dodgy pictures. So wing halves going together, fuselage, undercarriage bay going in, some pylons there, and some bombs, I think. Obviously the tail then going on, and the engines with the nice porcupine exhausts. So or edge jog. Is it edge jog or ball pan? I never remember, but whichever. So you've got your exhaust there, and again, like I said, the engine. So pretty, I'd say, looks really straightforward. Let's see. Bit of how it should look, I think, when it's together, in principle. And then at the back is your camouflage and painting guide and decal guide, I think. I don't think there's a lot of decals on one of these, which is quite good. So again, really, really, really basic instructions, but, you know, they do the job. So you're going to know where you're at with them. Next thing, while we're at it, because it's on the top, we'll have a look at the decals. Actually, the decals aren't too bad. They've yellowed a little bit, but again, I don't think there is any aftermarket for an Hampden. I've not actually checked, but for decals for one of these, I don't think there's going to be a lot. So what I might do is just take them to the window and get a bit of sunshine on them, and hope I can pull them back around from like I say, from yellowing off a little bit. If not, there's always, you know, mass sets or individuals. I think there's a way around it anyway. Like I say, that is not a comprehensive decal sheet by any stretch. So I'm sure with a bit of searching, you could, you know, find something that will do for that. Really matte decals looking at them though. So how they perform, again, don't know. Not 100%. So just before we start to get all to the fun bags, we will start with the runners. So first runner is one side of the fuselage, which again, a little bit of flash. And nothing a bit of clean-up won't do. So it is, again, like the Halifax, recessed. Again, not go, you won't go too far wrong. I don't think we've just running a scriber over that and deepening up a bit, because I think there's going to be a lot of, I mean, there's a bit of texture on this, but I don't think it's too bad, to be honest. And, you know, a bit of a rub down. Get it all smooth, get it all prepped. Again, a bit flashy on these internal parts. But I think once you've cut them off, clean them up, they won't be too bad, to be honest. Obviously, top of the wing, again, all recessed. Don't look too bad on camera, to be honest. Again, you know, everything's there. It's just a hell of a lot of clean up. So, not too bad. Again, I think similar story with this one as well. You know, to the top of the wing and the other side fuselage. So yeah, just a lot of clean up, a lot of getting rid of all the, you know, flash and extra bits of styrene that we've been given. So these are not on a runner for some reason, but there's the two wing bottoms. Again, not too bad, to be honest. Again, texture there, you can see it. I think you can probably see it on camera, the texture. You've got a shiny part there and then the texture. But give it a rub over with 2000, bit of wet and dry, or a polishing, sanding stick, whatever. You'll soon get rid of that and it'll not look too bad. Again, this one's a bit smoother. You can tell it's just short run. You know, it is what it is, short run injection kit. So we should have two pretty identical runners here, which they are. So we'll just have a look at this one. So this has got the undercarriage on, mount for the engine, nacelles, a broken prop, which is not good, so I might have to find a replacement prop somewhere. Anybody can comment of what else a Hampden prop would be similar to, would help, because I don't think I've got that, and I'm sure as hell I don't think I'm going to find a 3D printed file for all one. So yes, the only other thing I'd probably do if push comes shove is try and mould one out of this, but you know, do a resin cast. I'm sure these must have been used on other aircraft. Just move those out of the way and put them back in the box. Well, yeah, it is all there. So this is one of them kits actually you could de-runner and do a lot of cleanup in before assembly. You just mark it up with a Sharpie or whatever just to know numbers, but again, there's not actually a lot to it, so not too bad. Right, last, I think this is part of the cockpit. They're all mainly cockpit parts. Lots of flash on them. Tail wheel. And some internal parts, so yeah, basics are there. Basics here. Right, let's have a look. Right, we'll do clear parts first, or well, yeah, fact form. So at least you get doubles, which is good. So if you do make a mess, you can go back and well, have a second bite at the cherry. So be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, at least you do get, like I say, a couple of goes at it. So bit of forethought there, thankfully. Again, I don't suppose it would be too hard for the flat windows to actually make your own. Obviously this is a bit more for the canopy and stuff, it's a bit more complex. Again, people would look at this and go, nah, run to deals. The only thing, and you know, that I would have liked is a mask set. I hate masking canopies, but I've got no choice in this, so it's just get down and, you know, suck it up and get on with it, I think. But yeah, mask set would be half the battle with this. Again, they're not super clear by any stretch, but they're usable. So unless you're into plunge molders and making your own, and there's a few builds that I've seen, or especially one on Brick Modeler, if you want to go and have a look, from one of them who's done one, and it's a cracking job. So bag of resin bits. So what we're going here is wheels and exhausts and my broken prop. So there you go. I can probably pin and get away with that. So I've got a couple of resin engines, which aren't too bad at all. Just put the camera in a little bit so you can see. Actually, they're not too shoddy. Bit of clean up with them. Obviously that's the prop. The exhausts, bits of resin just knocking around. So again, they're all right. Might deepen the exit a little bit. In fact, that one just needs to do a full stop by the looks of it, but it won't take much, but run a drill through those and clean them up. And then we've got some resin wheels as well. So again, not brilliantly cast, but at least there's something you can work with. So not tons of resin with this one, thankfully. So it's definitely a multimedia kit. Right, I'll put the prop blade in there. Let's just get rid of this dirty bits of resin. So white metal, what do we get in here? Undercarriage, I suspect. Oh yeah, bits of all sorts. Bits. Ooh. So we've got a bit of cockpit. Bit of cockpit sidewall, I think, which is actually quite nice. We have an instrument panel and a seat. What you see in a minute with the aftermarket that I've got, and there's a lovely armchair for the pilot to sit in. We have a couple of undercarriage legs which actually don't look too bad. Alright, and then some supports. Hold on. There's a pylon. There we go. There's some more undercarriage parts, so there you go with them. Got a couple of pylons, a couple of shorter exhausts, a couple of guns, rear tail wheel. I presume they're Vickers machine guns. So we've got 3 of those, and then I presume all this is just some exterior and interior parts. But yeah, actually not too bad. It could have been done in resin, but there you go. So be careful with those and look at the instructions. That's an internal seat, I think. Sorry, for the. I think that's for the guy in the bottom, if I remember rightly from the other Hampden. More bits for the tops of the engines. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, let's not gloss over it. It's definitely not a AAA manufacturer, as we like to say, kit, but it's the only one. So what are you going to do? Right, I'll put all these back in the bag, and then we'll look at some of the aftermarket bits that I've picked up for it, and there isn't many, so. Right, first off, Royal Air Force Instrument dial decals from A-Scale, which are, if you've never used them, fantastic. So there you go. absolutely top notch. Do all different scales as well, and it's definitely expanding into more, you know, aftermarket stuff as well with A-scale. So yeah, can't recommend them enough. It could be absolutely brilliant. I have got some new Pegasus engine cowlings. There you go, Pegasus engine, I couldn't remember. From a company called Transport Wings. Okay, so that's going to eliminate, thankfully, that join that is for the kit parts that come in two halves. And then obviously you've got your rings at the back and whatever, so they should hopefully be a nice sort of upgrade. And it does say they are for the Hampden kit, so yeah. And last but not least, we have two Pegasus from Airborne Hobbies. So we've got two other resin engines, so we'll have a look at these as well. So we'll just get one which looks like it's been 3D printed from the supports. Nice detail on that. So it looks like we've definitely got an engine upgrade if I've got to even use the original props. So very nice. That's going to look lovely painted. So that is what we've got. The Fonderie miniatures Hampden. Let's see. Wish me luck because it's going to be a handful. Alright, so thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and all the usual YouTube bits and bobs. Comment below. And we'll see you in the next one.